Have you ever been to China? Have you ever been to Japan? Have you ever been to Lux Barbecue? Have you ever been to Mimi's Kitchen? Have you ever been in a fight with either one of us? If you have, stand on your feet. Have you ever saw the movie Beethoven? He jumped all over the place and went underneath a couple of rounds and knew how to jump on 4 legs. Yeah. Hey. Woo. We back. We back. We back. I got my partner in crime. We back. We back. We back. Once again, this is the Mimi and Lump Raw show coming to you guys again. Getting ready to turn into April in the next week or two. Hi, Mimi.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
Hoarse.
I know.
I sound awful. Hey, everybody out there in Karate Land.
Last week you couldn't talk. Today you don't even have the voice to talk.
Absolutely. But I'm not sick.
No.
I'm just screaming and coaching at tournaments and enjoying it, loving it, watching the process happen.
I'm telling you.
It's just been a beautiful thing the last few weeks.
This weekend was something different. I tell you.
It was
something different, but it was something special.
Indeed. I bonded and grew with a lot of people this weekend, and it was great.
And definitely new faces.
Indeed.
Don't know nothing about your ass, but I tell you what, the opportunity that you had to show us who you were as a person, as a parent, it was unbelievable.
Indeed.
Big shout outs to all the competitors that competed yesterday.
And where did they compete? What tournament was yesterday?
We was at Brownsville, Texas.
San Benito.
San Benito is where we were, period. But it's from tournament. The people in Brownsville, Mr. Alex and Miss Eva.
That's right. You should have put her name first, sir. Get it right. Eva and Alex.
The A is before the E. Yeah, she did come first. The A is before the E in the alphabet.
She's the Adam and he's the E.
What? This fool right here, boy, I can't tell you. We got a great show for you guys. We do have a special guest coming on in a little bit, probably in about 5 or 10 minutes. We have a special guest that will be coming on. And Indeed. Do know for the events that you guys missed prior to this past weekend.
It was last weekend.
Well, the weekend before.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because this is a new week. This is a new week.
Okay.
So last weekend would have been Saturday, and today is Sunday, and this is a new week. I tell you, it's silly. I'm telling you guys. I think I'm just more happy because of like when you question on like who you are as a person and what do you bring to the table as a person, not just like relationship wise, but friendship wise. Teaching wise, student wise, like however, and to hear people just speak of us, Mimi, like so highly, so highly, like how the pedestal that they have us on is not like if they do something wrong, I'm a dock their ass for it, or I'm a bust a window open on
no
them.
Judgment,
none at all.
Everybody falls, makes mistakes, has brain parts, and
they be very surprised when we tell them some of the stories that we had when we did fail, and it's like, really?
My first statement or my first response or what I say is no judgment.
No judgment.
And that's what if and when I get comfortable enough to express myself and open myself. There's a certain level you have to get to.
The way these parents see that we get the reaction from their kids to bring their best. Give it all they got. I gotta tell you, I got to judge those young ladies yesterday with you. And there was one young lady that Sammy from Team Tiger coach.
Correct, with the pink gear.
Yes. Her dad, granddad, whoever this male was. And this because I got to give a shout out to the males yesterday. Just period for the weekend. I got to see something different from fathers and what they can do for their kids in a good way and what they can do for their kids to make them turn down and not give it all they got.
In a bad way.
But this young lady was fighting another young lady who was fucking very good as well. Hands down. That first and second place fight for those two.
All of them.
Yes. Well, all the fights for sure. But that first and second place fight between those two young ladies, it was too exciting. And it was like You had to be very, very cautious on what you call, because one had their hand stuck on their body and you can keep kicking it and it's like you're kicking their hand. But if you think of what else you can do off of that.
And she was very accurate.
No.
She hit her hand 4 to 5 times.
In a row.
With good side kicks. And the other girl defensively never moved her hand. And that's what we teach. And it was perfect.
And it was watching it. Yeah, the sniper and your defense. Yes. The sniper and your defense.
And you have some people yelling, she's hitting her on her guard.
On her guard. Like
on her hand.
Because one time I did say stop, and then I looked and I saw what her. Because they had on pink foot pads, pink hand pads.
Absolutely.
So you're watching this pink connect to each other. And it's kind of like, oh, no, wait. No, sis. She's blocking
it. Sometimes at the same time.
Yes. It's like, no, she's blocking it. I can't do it. Like, there's no way. Like, your kick is beautiful. I wouldn't tell you to do anything different besides probably double it up to another kick. But as far as you're hitting accurately in the spot where your sidekick's supposed to be. The same spot. And I guess it seemed like they fought each other before.
Possibly.
And just to go in there with the mindset. Yeah, to go in there with the mindset is that my hand's going to stay glued here until she put her leg down. I can let my hand go with the punch.
The one with the guard, she fought after that. Her guard never moved. They were tied to her or glued to her with super glue.
That could be from somebody hitting her with a sidekick as a learning lesson.
Myself.
Yeah, could be. And you definitely throw a good one. No, big shout out to them. But the young lady was fighting, and it was a tough fight. They kind of had a back and forth thing at the beginning, but every time she had the aggression of going forward, she'd look over at that guy who was standing in the back, and he'd say, "Come on, you can do it. You can do it." And she'd go with everything she had. And she ended up winning that division. And big shout out to her. And I got at the end, she gave her mom a hug. She gave somebody else a hug. And I told her, I was like, you can go hug him. Because I saw him. I saw him.
Correct.
And he went on to another division with another kid over at the next ring. But the excitement that he brought to her, that extra confidence booster that he gave her was like, wow. Big shout out to one of my kids, Mike, Mr. James Haynes, who made it in the building, and he won first place yesterday. And then big shout out to Brandon Martin, who won third place. And I got the opportunity to train him and
one day.
That's it. One day. And to see the difference in him from wanting to be a full contact fighter to a semi, we do.
And train his karate, walking no belt off the street was traditional fighting, taekwondo, and to make the change in one day.
So big shout out to them, and y'all boys better watch it, because I'm bringing 2 badass boys around to tap on something to let them make some statements for themselves. But he has a great father. He has a father that it pushes his son for greatness. And I gotta give him a shout out too, because he sat back Saturday and controlled himself, and just let the process do what it do, and just trust that when I train these kids, I can charge you $200, I can charge you $50, I can charge you $40. It's not gonna be a difference in what I give your child at all. If I feel like your child can be good at this, or take this to another level, or make some statements for themselves, I'm going to be honest with you. If I feel like your kid don't need to be out there fighting, I'm going to be honest with you. But do not push your child to do what you're not ready to do yourself. And meaning by that is, don't go out here telling your child how to fight when it's your opportunity to get in the ring and fight too, and you talking about, I can't do this. It's different. Big shout out to one of my parents who got the get his first experience in judging. Mimi made him get to see what it feels like.
We needed him. He's fair. He's been around for
and he didn't know none of those kids, so is no reason for him to call anything. But to be,
I just wanted him to be accurate, and he was accurate.
And he was very accurate. Like he passed the test. Fair. He passed the test, but like you said, that was pressure. That's real pressure, because
it's not easy.
It's not. You can blink. You can have something go in your eye, dust, anything, and you might have saw something that kind of can be coming back off of something, or was thrown and it kind of whirled off
the angle.
Yeah. And it's like, you hear the crowd. We had the most exciting ring yesterday. They stopped the tournament to tell us to make everybody around that ring sit down. Yes, it was exciting fights, but that judging, that
I wasn't there. No, I'm just
no,
joking.
you wasn't there. You wasn't there in the spirit. No, you wasn't there in the spirit.
I'm
You was
just
just there in the
joking.
body. You was there for show in the body.
And it was just the two of us, guys. If you don't know, TKO here in Texas, it's only 2 judges for underbelts. Black belts,
Juniors.
juniors have the option for 3 to 5 judges. But for the underbelt kids or underbelts, it's only 2. So my brother and I, we ran a ring ourselves together. From 8 all the way up to about 14, 15-year-olds.
Yes. Yes. A mixture of
Girls and
girls
boys.
and boys.
Continuous endpoint.
Yes.
It was a good ring.
It was.
Very exciting.
And to see that impact around the ring, and then everybody like, damn, they're judging. Like the strict, the excitement, win or lose. Like, we're not just gonna stand there. If your student getting your ass kicked and you're in that coaching box and you're not saying anything, do know 9
I'll
out of
say
10. 9 out of 10, we're probably gonna say something. And there's no point for you to go repeat it. Because this was something that you
I won't say it to the coach. I'm gonna say it to the kids.
Exactly. That's just us. Like, they make the sport grow. And one thing is that we're supposed to build the confidence in the kids. So if
they're kids,
yes, if you stand in the coach's box, and only thing you're telling them is come on, you're not helping them. Your come on is just making them go forward and get kicked in the face. You're not trying to explain to them about movement. Like,
when you have support, and when you have, in general, when you have someone believing in you, it helps you believe in yourself. And when I watch coach or judge a kid specifically, when I do that, I want to encourage, motivate, and express my feeling to whatever you want to do. If you just do it to the best of your ability, try hard. If you don't want to be here, you shouldn't be out here in the first place. Period. Point blank. If you don't want to do it, parents, don't make them. Just because you want to when they don't doesn't mean you make them. That means you do it.
Exactly. Because I know parents enjoy tournaments for sure. Like, if you guys can just count on your fingers and your toes of your whole family that's in the household on how many students Miss Regina and I then took to events and trained during just the time of me being here in Texas, 10 years. Just that time frame. It's like we had some parents who just were more excited than the kid was. And that sucks because this kid...
Karate's supposed to be fun, not a punishment.
Exactly.
And it's discipline, not a punishment. That's 2 different things. A punishment is negative. It's because you did something wrong and then you want something and it's taken away. I don't think karate should be taken away. What I think is when there's a problem, or when a child has a problem, when they're, I don't want to say bad, but I want to say they have a problem controlling themselves, then I think you should up the discipline, because karate's a gift and we should treasure it. And yesterday proved it. I've seen it throughout my karate career as far as coaching, but what I saw yesterday from the kids and the way that they tried and believed in themselves. I would never encourage anyone to do anything that I know that they can't do. And all I need to do is show them, help them, and teach them certain things, basics, because everybody knows me. I don't do anything extra. I do Chun-Ji, half of it. I do the first 2 blocks and then I stop because that's all I need right now. That's what I do. And as far as point fighting, I believe in basics.
Of course.
And I make sure that they understand not just to go do it, but how to do it and when to do it.
Yeah.
And be smart about doing
it. Uplifting that IQ game.
Absolutely. And I believe in them and they should believe in themselves.
For sure.
Absolutely. Explosion is it's a beautiful thing.
Parents, I'm not definitely going to teach you how to parent at all. I'm not. Some parents played sports throughout their time. Some parents had rough parents on them. Our generation of time was those rough parents. Like, if you scratch your knee, you're going to get your ass up and go suck it up and get on with it. It wasn't no Band-Aid anything. Put some water on that shit. Just was like what everybody was like. But
suck it up.
parents, be mindful. I'm not gonna tell you to be careful, but that mindful word stick out because I definitely been told. Be mindful on the words you try to think maybe encouragement to your child. Be mindful on what you're saying to them, because that same how you say it and the way that you phrase it, because you could be thinking, oh well, it was told to me like this, so I'm telling you like this, and then really this new generation is so emotional that you got to be very careful on some of the old sayings that you may give them. Yeah, it's fine to be tough. I'm a tough parent. Miss Regina's a tough parent. There's some other tough parents in this.
I try to be
this new time frame of being
I got soft
still
in
with
my old years.
but still with some of the old school ways of things. But I've seen some kids can be lifted from it, and some kids can just fall from it. And like I said, parents, if you're not willing to get out there in that uniform and that sparring gear, as what they call boots.
No, they're not. Absolutely not.
I've
never, ever in my karate life, ever heard
the first time.
No, this was just because time. I heard it doesn't mean it's real.
Oh no,
the way you make something believable is to believe it, and I don't believe it, so it's not real to me. I will not listen to that.
I told you I need to see a certificate.
A karate foot pad that you spar with in sport karate and semi kickboxing is not called a boot. You might boot someone to the head
with the foot pad.
With the foot pad, hand pad.
But you're not going to be Google searching the boot,
gear.
Karate boot
gear. No, absolutely not. And anyone that has a belt on that I've known longer than 5 years, if I ever hear you call it a boot, I'm going to boot your ass.
But if you're not willing to get out there and do it and show them how it's done, then the encouragement should just be good job. I know you got
this. If you're a parent, you're a parent.
Yeah.
You are a parent.
You pay somebody. For karate, you pay somebody,
and you make sure that they get to karate.
You pay somebody.
You even wash, depending on how old they are. You wash their uniforms, but you don't carry their bags. You don't get them water. You stop at the store, walk them in if they're children, or let them go in and get them a water, and they bring it in. Don't carry their bags.
And now for my instructors. All the instructors, that's including us that's sitting here at the table and the ones that's recording.
Yes, sir.
Please be mindful on your kids' respect level on yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. We got a lot of students out here at schools that walk up and talk, and we ask them questions, and they yeah, and huh, and what. Mr. Plowden would have probably throat checked me.
See, first of
all, even thinking of saying yeah, like
absolutely, and that's the discipline in karate,
and
the structure, the respect. I understand we all want it, but you should give it
so they understand growing up.
That you're trying to give it, and hopefully they receive it in the correct way.
Yes, ma'am.
And then things can work out.
Yes,
you don't go out there.
I don't care how old you are. If you talk, I will yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, you. Like, no matter your age.
You should say it to everyone until it becomes a habit, and then you'll say it to everyone.
And then it's just another, what is it, nature. Second nature. So you guys could start making sure that your students not walking around and talking to some of the great people that they look up to, asking them questions, and then it's like, well, what's so-and-so? Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
if we want discipline in karate to work and be successful like it should be and is for a lot of us, then it can't be just in karate. It has to be at home. It has to be in a lifestyle. It has to be reinforced on all levels to make sure that it grows and prospers in the correct manner. Again, it won't be perfect, but it will be in a positive, correct manner. And it will be understood and received because they know it's on everywhere I turn. There's discipline, there's structure, there's respect.
Especially when they hear martial arts. It's like,
or even outside. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes people ask or say, "Oh, you were in the military." No, never, ever in life.
We want to go. We want to
No,
go.
I'm not. Thank you for your service for everyone that has done it and,
Oh, no,
and
without
will
a
do it in the
doubt.
future. But me personally, that is something. Joining the military is not anything I ever thought about doing. It's a very heroic thing to do, but I don't see myself doing it, and I have never attempted or thought about doing it.
They say Calhoun ball.
My discipline, my respect came from home. It started from home. My parents, my mother, my grandmother, they made us say it. It wasn't a habit, but I knew who I was talking to. I made sure I said it to my mom and my adult family members because there was discipline and consequences and repercussions. And then when karate came along, it became more.
Oh yeah,
piled
deeper.
on top.
Oh yeah, deeper.
So everywhere I turned, it was make sure you're saying this, make sure you're doing this, act correctly. And when I say correctly, it's not a perfect way to act, it's do the right thing.
That's make the right choices.
It took me a while.
Me too.
I'm still working on it.
Me too.
But in general, if we all on every level, parents, instructors, coaches, everyone, judges,
even the parents that spoil your child, you too.
You can do it.
You can still. I'm not
teamwork makes the dream
That's
work.
it.
If you can't do it, we will help you do it. And I don't mean help like control and raise your children because I have my own.
Me too.
And I don't want any more. And no, I don't want yours. I want to have them for a little bit and send them home.
That's it.
That's what I want to do with your children.
And I want you to see a difference inside the ring and outside the ring with your child with me.
Tell us what you need. And we will help you as long as you help us. We can't have discipline at home. I'm sorry, discipline at the karate school
for 45 minutes,
or in karate when we're at tournaments, and then when you go home for the majority of your time, or school where you don't enforce it. Some do, some don't. Mm-hmm. But when you don't, it's like no balance.
And it's crazy because you get a lot of the old schools who expect to hear that. As far as hearing you in martial arts, it's like, okay, what are one of the first things? It's like you know how to answer to.
You can't be in martial arts. You said, huh? You said,
who do you train with? And then that puts one of the instructors on blast because they lighten up.
It's not blast. What it is to me, it's us calling recognition.
Ooh-wee.
Oh,
ooh-wee. You know what? I got to shut myself down. Let me tell you, I've been waiting. What? Woo, Lil John. What? We got somebody from the ATL. What? In the house. What? Yes, baby. If you guys don't know, we got Mr. Marcel in the house, the sponsor and the coach, the head coach,
creator,
the HNIC, the creator of
the Godfather,
ATL, hand down, man down.
I wore those pants yesterday.
I know, and
I wore
that's twice.
Marcel, we never even got there.
She wore them on me. That's two
times.
I hear you, man.
I fought in a tournament. Yes, everybody.
I hear you, Willie. I hear you.
It was for the kids.
It was,
and it was because Alex and I had talked about something privately, and I worked out during the week, and so I was like, well, I've been working out the last week. I just started.
That's good
and
to hear.
I was like, okay. Let me go out there and do something. And in my bag, I brought 2 pairs, one for one day to work out and one for another day to work out. And when I'm searching through my bag to pull out anything to fight in, the white pants came out. He said, wait a minute, you fighting that?
That's twice you didn't put those on in front of me.
My bad.
You already came back home with them in your hand talking about, look what I got now. I don't like that.
I hear you, Will.
But we got Mr. Marcel in the house. What's up,
brother?
Not too much, man. Just
we can't hear you.
Regular Sunday, Sunday family thing, church.
Check your mute button.
Make sure.
Check your mute button.
Oh man, y'all done messed up.
Give us 1 second, people.
Hold on, guys. We just got a little bit of sound check.
Same things we go through every show.
Same thing.
No worries.
Today was a little more prepared because
You started early.
Yeah, I did. I started very early.
You're excited.
Can you guys hear me?
We still can't hear you. We see your mouth moving, but we cannot hear you.
Hold on, don't worry.
Don't worry, he's coming back.
Brandon, can you help me out right quick?
We can't hear him then. Sorry.
Hold on, guys.
Give us 1 second.
It's something that may be on that end. There we go.
Okay, I think we are there. Marcel,
You can come back.
there we are. I heard
I hear you. No, tell me he good now.
you
Sorry,
good,
guys.
Marcel. We can
So,
hear you.
so we got Mr.
My
We
mouth
good.
moving, but they
We
can't hear
good.
me.
We good. We
We
good.
good. We can hear you. It was on our end,
We
sir.
good.
Okay. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
You know
So
how
you
I am.
guys
I'm
don't know.
older. The technology, I'm
Marcel
not good
has
at. So I had to
about
go
three
get my
events.
son.
Oh
No
yeah, I
worries.
know. I saw you. And then it was on our end. We had the little extra volume
Yeah,
down on the
we
side.
muted you by mistake and didn't know it.
That's
All
all.
right, you didn't want to hear me. That's okay.
Oh
No, no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
And you know I
Hey,
love it. Only hear things from the horse's mouth. You know
yeah,
that.
and I'm finna talk about the horse's mouth.
So
First
guys,
of all,
yes,
thank you guys for having me on your show.
of
Yes,
course.
sir.
This is the second time. I appreciate that love. So where we at?
Wherever you want to start,
So
sir.
Mr. Marcel had went to an event out in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Mr. Marty Eubanks event.
Yes,
Um,
sir. And we
how
always,
long you been going to his event?
sir,
How long you been going to his event?
about 8 years.
So 8 years. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Marcel.
So first of all, we want to show them love because what happened down there, the tornado, tore up their area, messed up his school. So that was first thing. We want to show him some love. And second thing, I've been knowing him since '79.
Wow.
So
I was born in 78.
Tasha
oh
was
my
born
God.
in 79.
I just told
So,
my age
so
if you
yeah,
didn't
you
know it.
guys know that's 50 plus years. That's 40
Indeed.
plus years.
May 1st is coming up. I got a birthday. Go ahead, sir. My apologies.
That's okay. So we always share the love. He come to mine, I come to his. We support each other. The event was a big event, and we go down there because first of all to give away a nice bit of money, and
When you say a big event, how many competitors?
about 1,000.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge event to me, sir. I'm
What?
sorry.
Yeah, it
Okay.
it has been 700 or more, I believe. This past weekend, it was 1,000 people. It was a big event.
Yes, sir. I take your word for it.
So we go around. We always go down there to pick up the money. So
Yes, sir.
that's
Like
one
we
good
always
thing. And
do.
then the second thing is we know we have to fight when we go down there. We like to fight because we're a fight team. So we
Kentucky in the South, we fight.
got to scrap. You got to
They gotta-
scrap when you
gotta
go down there. We don't look for no calls. Everybody can't see everything. We like to have a good time, and having a good time is fighting. So that's why I was there to take my juniors and the black
Scrap.
belt. The black belts is with me to scrap. So during that Friday night, we know we had to put on them gloves and get busy. So my junior boys had won.
Black belt, underbelt.
Black belt boys, they had
Yes.
won. And
Right.
I look across, the adults are competing. Trey and Jamon, they over there getting ready to get started competing. So they end up winning the teams. Team
Who was
Diamond
that third person? Trey, Jamon.
and the other guy from Kentucky. I can't think his name right now because Jalen didn't get to go. He had to work.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And,
Okay.
and Sergio had to work, so we couldn't have neither one of them with us. So we
Yes,
picked up someone. So
we all do that.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So we had a good day for his competing for his teams. You had the Battle of Atlanta promoter. He was refereeing, and Jim
Which
Haymore.
one? In there or a couple of them? Which one was there?
Because we saw some Battle of Atlantis.
We saw one in here in Texas. So who was at your tournament? I mean, with you.
Toby Roof was there. He was
Okay.
a corner.
It was
And
the brother.
Jim
Okay.
Haymore of North Georgia Open. He was the center, and
Okay.
I'm not quite sure who the other guy was. So
Okay.
the fight was going good. Everybody was doing their thing, and we we ran into an incident where the promoter did not like the calls.
Mr. Eubank.
Yeah, Mr. Eubanks, he didn't like the calls, so he had the judges removed. He said that he didn't like the way they was calling. They was calling for us. So
in the middle of the division.
time the team fights were over, he switched them. Togaru.
Well, when he switched him, he did it like with no reasoning. His only reason was this is my tournament.
It's my tournament. I don't like the way they call it, so I'm putting my guys in there. So that's what he did.
His guys.
So did he have a team that lost?
We end up, doing our thing to them. So
that. Well, I'm not saying that's why he did it because I don't know. I wasn't there, but
I'm not sure, but I believe that was the reason. Not to beat around the bush. That was the reason.
Point blank. Let's go there.
All right. Yes, sir. I understand it. I'm not saying what I believe and what happened. I just say I understand it.
Yes, sir. I'm a dad first and an instructor second. I don't care how big my son is. I'm gonna protect him.
Absolutely.
So Mr. Eubanks ran in while Trey hit the ground with someone. So I got up. But before I got up, the clock was not moving. So Jamon noted the clock wasn't moving. So he ran down and he said, hey, the clock not moving. So the promoter told him if he come back to the ring one more time. So him and that's what doing teams, I'm sorry. Him and the center referee that was
intoxicated. Haymore, correct?
You Thomas Wright. No,
Thomas
Wright.
Thomas Wright was on the side with him and he was battling back and forth. So I thought it was only supposed to be one coach in the box. So it was two coaches in the box. That was Thomas Wright and Mr. Eubanks. So when he ran out, that's when I ran out and I asked him, I said, how many coaches in the box? They were lip battling. So, normally I get up, I get a penalty, but they were standing up already.
Yes, sir.
And it was a lot of verbal, stuff saying like, hit him hard, hit him late. That's my son. I don't care how big he is.
Go and attack him.
Like
that was said to go and hit him late.
We're losing anyway. Let's go do the hurt mode.
Yeah, he said hit him hard, hit him late. He told one of his students to hit him hard, hit him late. So you know who you encouraging to hit hard now. So he can hit hard.
If they do not know,
or
Trey
understand,
Trey
will
hit you all time and knock your ass out. I'm telling you. Remember me? I was fighting Justin Ortiz and I bumped into Trey and he knocked my ass out.
I was judging him and he swung at someone else and he almost knocked me out.
So I that's scary and he's not a dirty fighter. Like he's gonna hit. He may swing wild and hit you with something crazy, but it's not gonna be after. So the dirtiness that you're saying to egg him on to get this kid hurt, this adult,
they did him hurt.
Wow. Keep going, sir. We're listening.
So then they changed refs doing the open weight fight. So Trey doing his thing. So he gets elbowed. So he said, I got elbowed. So he couldn't see and it was swelling up. So the center said, which was Thomas Wright, he said, well, I don't see nothing. You need a medic. So I said, yes, he need a medic. So he said, why do you need a medic? I said, got hit in the eye. So I'm trying to keep.
I'm sorry. He had to have seen it. He saw it. He said time. He asked him if he needed a medic. So he had to have seen that it was his eye.
But I heard something was wrong with Thomas during the event too.
He was drunk.
He was what?
Don't beat around the bush. He was drunk, intoxicated.
Wait a minute.
I heard he smelled like a fifth of alcohol.
Okay.
Vodka.
I have a drink. I'm gonna be honest because my show is about being raw and real. I have a drink. I go to dinner. I have a drink, maybe even two. And then I go judge or I go to the tournament I coach, but I'm not drunk. I'm not delirious. So you're saying that he was inebriated. He couldn't drive.
He was drunk. He was drunk when he got there because some people passing by at registration said, did you smell that? And we were like, whoa. So he was drunk. He shouldn't have been in the center. That was bad judgment call on the promoter. The promoter had his son in one corner and Thomas in the other, and his other guy in the other corner. We still wasn't complaining because Trey was doing his thing. It just only made him matter when he was someone told to hit him hard and hit him late.
Wow. I'm from Texas. We do hit hard. We do hit late, but we do it fair. We do it during the fight. We don't do it late.
And Numbers not yelling that shit out.
Yes, you don't encourage foolery.
Like that's black belt excellence, though.
Right.
Correct?
No, not to me.
Huh? That's supposed to be
It's
black.
theirs.
That's black.
Or whoever does something like that.
But they're in the same realm of us. They do it. They give the same event that we go to.
Now I got a question. So has this ever happened before? Is this like a something that you expected, or was this out of the blue?
I expected to fight hard like we always do.
No, 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 no.
When we go down there, we know it's gonna be loud, so we practice on all that because my people can't hear me. I know I got a big ass mouth; they couldn't hear me, so we practice all that. But no, this has never happened. I didn't anticipate nothing like this to happen because that's supposed to be a karate brother family or whatever.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Black belt excellence was supposed to be
black
shown.
belt excellence. We were supposed to go there in the spirit of good sportsmanship
and
competition.
Hard. Yeah,
and the best person come out on top.
Who's been training the hardest? Who worked the hardest now? Not right. I'm gonna remove these promoters because you got Jim Haymore, who is a hell of a good judge, and I don't see a reason for him to be wanting. I'm going to cheat for everybody in Atlanta when they fight again.
But he was put in the center to control the black belts
because he couldn't control himself if he was drunk.
No. Jim Haymore was put in the center to control the ring. That's what you have a good center to control the ring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You definitely that don't stand around while the fight's going on 6 feet over on the left. You still standing in the center talking about stop. Yo, you're right. Controlling it. Controlling it.
You know, when you have a good center, you don't have to do a lot. They respect you as a good center. You know, they know that there's gonna be no nonsense. So that's why he was in the center. But he got switched after that, then open weight, and we didn't say anything. We just went.
He was doing a good job.
From his point.
Yes. Okay.
I guess not. So he got switched. Then so, you know, Trey made it to like the final 3, and then he was out. So my intermediate juniors got up and they were doing their thing, but people on the outside was giving Thomas Wright the business because he was drunk. So he gets pissed off, turns around, and said, "Y'all disqualified. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here." So I'm leaving.
Spectators? These are spectators?
Yes, and parents on the end because they know he was intoxicated and he was not doing his job as.
So you getting called out on it.
Freedom of speech.
Yes, so he got pissed and said, "Y'all disqualified." So the kids looking like, "What we do?"
I do.
So I said they didn't even do nothing. So I said, "You know what? We're leaving." So as we're leaving, somebody verbally said something to a female parent of mine, and her son was there because it got misinterpreted. When you are a journalist or someone that has a talk show, you always want to get the news right. You want to get it out of the horse's mouth. Details out of the horse's mouth. You don't want to get it out of the horse's ass because that makes it sticks up the place, and that's what happened.
You know what happens when you assume you make an ass out of yourself.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. So when you want to be a good commentator, you guys, or a good analyst or journalist, make sure you get the news right. So you don't get it twisted and it sound fucked up. Because right now I'm getting pissed. So
I can tell.
That's why you're here.
Exactly. Because I knew it'd be honest.
The parent was a female, got verbally abused by the promoter. I'm going to keep saying promoter.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, he was in the parent's face, which was a promoter. So quite naturally, her son is going to protect her.
Absolutely.
So by then, the father hears this. The parent hears this. He's the father. He hears what's going on with his wife. So he steps over, and the promoter's all in her face saying, "You know what, whatever." Next thing I know, I'm trying to look and get these kids out. The promoter is getting choked the hell out.
Oh my goodness. And this parent was a spectator associated with who?
One of my kids.
Yes, sir. And this has been something that had been
built his wife.
Built up from where it went from your students to your parents to your parents' wife and on. So it was something that was it continued to escalate.
Right. So some other person, I guess he was Marty bodyguard. I didn't want to say that name. The promoter's bodyguard, And
Okay.
then he got popped because he was in that parent's face. Then pandemonium started. People, I'm trying to get these kids out. Jamon, we trying to get these kids. My son Trey was controlling, trying to stop everything, trying to get these people out. Therefore, here go people running up at me. I don't know who the hell they are. So my first instinct to take care of myself. So I started popping anything that cat in my face.
Well, understood. Because we learn to protect ourselves. And there's pandemonium, as you just said. So you need to protect yourself.
Because you don't know what's going on.
My first instinct was to get these people out that were with
Yes,
me.
Exactly.
Yes,
Get these
sir.
kids out because they want to, at the end, they want to know why they were called these names. They was called niggers. So
Wait a minute.
we're not going to beat around the bush with because that shit pissed me off. It ain't no we was called niggers. Okay?
To me, it doesn't matter how you say it. It's the way you say it and your intentions in saying it. You can say it, and that's not everyone can say it. But AER, if you say it and you mean a harmful, hurtful thing,
It was harmful, hurtful, Regina.
yes, sir.
Everybody a nigga, because if you say it, then you're
It's
ignorant.
ignorance.
So it don't
Right.
matter what your skin is.
And you don't have to be damn black to be a nigga.
Absolutely not.
And
I know a whole bunch of different races.
I know the
that are
promoter
niggas.
wasn't saying that now.
Well, I couldn't tell you why he got his hands put on it. I don't know whether it was too close to the parent's wife.
So he was in front of a woman's face.
So he had to have said it to the wife for the husband.
But you in front of a woman's face. That's like
And a
me
child.
looking you in your face.
That's a goddamn coward.
Hands down.
That's a coward. If you can step to a woman like that, you supposed to get whatever damn handed to your ass.
Instantly.
I can't believe this.
That's like me. I walk over and I see a male in your face, and I don't like your ugly ass, but he ain't finna get to be calling you no nigga, bitch, hoe, whatever. Like, and
absolutely not.
I not checked his chin.
I can't say that promoter said those things, but people around him were saying it.
Associated with him.
Yeah.
The same question I asked you, who was this person and you said he was associated with me. His people associated with him. It encouraged this verbal altercation.
Yeah, it could have been, all this could have been stopped if the promoter wouldn't have been, fuck the promoter. Marty wouldn't have been doing the things that he did. It escalated this way. So we get our people out. I got sick because I had ate all day, ate enough. So I done damn near passed out. So all my people are outside. And so only thing I knew was to call my wife. So next thing I know, my son is back up. Trey, who did a good job by not exploding, going the hell off.
Controlling himself.
Controlling himself and get everybody out. Even trying to stop my parent, everything. But we leave and we're not coming back the next day. So the adult said it's not fair to the kids because they want to fight. I said, so we'll go back and finish up what we started. So when we get there that morning, Marty gets up in front of the whole tournament before it started and give an apology.
Okay.
And what he needed to work on, and it shouldn't have went this way. No, it shouldn't. And I'm not, I can't not say he was not to blame because we came to support him. Next thing I know, it's like I got turned on. All right. So he made this apology, and hell no, it's not acceptable. It's not. Because it made it seem like we still started some shit, and that's not what happened. All right. He said what he said, and he apologized. But no, I listened to it.
It didn't mean anything.
No, it didn't mean nothing. It was something. That was something you did because you fucked up the day before.
All those people saw him, and he got around.
And a lot of his people was coming out, and a lot of people saying it was wrong and it should have been handled that way. So now you feel bad, but still, you were still acting that way in a sense that next day, because when my son was fighting your student, you ran up on him while he was on the ground.
A second time?
It wasn't cool, Regina.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
So you apologize for doing something, but then you do it again? Is that what you're telling me?
You were standing around saying you wasn't saying, but you was instigating, and a promoter shouldn't do that. And you had your son, and you had these people amped up, and they were still doing the same thing, and it wasn't cool. So I don't like how it got told the first time. That's why I'm mad. I'm really pissed off.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't like that. If you're gonna be a good journalist, be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Get your damn facts right. If anybody want to know something, they could have called me. You know where to find me at. You see what that say?
Hey,
Deuce up, A
You can
down.
find
and
me
if
in
you
the
can't
A
find
all
him,
day.
call me and I'll make sure you get in contact with him.
He's not hard to
You can
find.
find me. I'm
Absolutely.
not goddamn hard to find. You can find me in the A all day.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And that's coming from a parent, a coach, a trainer, all the categories, a sponsor, a team manager.
We
If you
take
want
20
him,
to 30
you know how to
people
find
to
him.
these national events. We don't
There we-
get a lot. We don't get a lot. We don't expect to get all the calls. That's not what we're going for. We're going for a good competition and then to see all my friends that I don't see.
I love you, brother.
That's crazy. That's it. Like, I'm speechless. I don't even know what question to start with.
I'm surprised there's something at a
And
tournament.
then it was told to me that, well, we got it all on film. We wanted to press charges against your parent. I
I
said,
heard the
okay,
police-
well, where's this goddamn film? Since we got
Press
the film,
charges on who for what? Everybody, wait, it was
so
a
we
mutual.
can see what the hell happened. So don't
Oh.
just bring it out for one thing, because you would have seen the mayhem and the way the shit started. So you can see how I feel right now.
I can imagine how it was live and in living color at the moment.
Right. So if it was a film anywhere, I want to see it. Since you wanted to press charge against a parent, I want to see it. The mayhem
If
that
there's film out there,
you started. Send it.
But to be in front of a woman's face as a black belt male. So once again, you get out the bed as a male, but to see you want to hound down on
think
a
about
woman,
someone doing that to your wife, your daughter, your sister, your mother.
That's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna shoot your ass. Like, hands down, like, for real. That's sad. Like,
I'm not the normal woman. And if you
to
yell
be
in
a-
my face,
to
I'm
be
gonna
a
choke
black
you.
belt, to have students, to have parents out here in the stands. Think about your parents that could be going through this situation.
Your event. You have sponsors. Did your sponsors want to see that? Did they agree with the way you acted? I wasn't there. I'm going on from someone else that was there.
Hell, he can call the show too.
If there's video, please send it.
Please send it.
Yeah.
Please goddamn send it. Please.
Send it to Travis. We want to see the video. I was not there, but I love to see proof. Just like he said.
On the ignorance.
Not ignorance.
No.
I want to see who played a role and who did what. You can say I didn't do this, I didn't say this, and this didn't happen. But when the video shows it, then you can't deny it.
If you have to double stand and say to someone, this is my event, I do what I want. Anybody that go to an event knows if whoever names on that event they can do whatever they want. So for you to have to state it loudly for everybody to know, I do what I want.
Control or attention.
That's dictating. And you cannot dictate at a fucking tournament, guys. You're supposed to be ass wiped down because you really is a donkey for the day, for real. That's crazy.
You can dictate because it's your event, I think, my opinion. And
to a certain degree.
Indeed. There you go.
To a certain degree.
Run the event properly.
What's the point of the arbitrator? What the fuck are they there for? What is the arbitrator there for? Because back when I was growing up,
arbitrator said he had never been fired before. So
wait. You never said there was an arbitrator there that was fired.
Well, he was a corner and he was like arbitrator. He said he never been fired at an event before. So.
Arbitrator judging. Arbitrator judging. I've been to a lot of fucking events. That's not what's up. Like, you can't do all. That's like the promoter judging. That's not your damn job. You're supposed to sit back and relax and then enjoy your event. The moment you get up and you have to show your ass is going to be the time that you fucked your customer service way up.
And this judge / promoter was one of the judges that was had stepped in and replaced the other judges at that moment for, what was it, team fighting or open weight?
Well, it was team fighting. Right after we won teams, then he switched his guys.
Okay, and that was
nobody complained. We were fine. We were just scrapping. But, it went downhill from there. But did we get up and act the ass? No. We just kept fighting, fought through it because that's what you do as a martial artist. You fight through it. You don't bitch and complain. It's not going to do anything.
Absolutely not.
And, if you're in my camp, you're in my school, we don't play. I don't want to hear that cheating Because when I hear it after we record something, I go back and get in my student's ass. I don't play that. I don't play that. If you got to say that word, keep it to your damn self. Because I don't
cheat
preach
yourself.
that and I don't teach that.
Yes, sir.
By not being honest with yourself. Really.
That's it. They didn't cheat you. You didn't adjust and you didn't do something right.
I mean, my kids on Thursday.
And every time my students come with that, I get right in their ass.
Yes, sir.
Thursday, my kids had to spar with each other, and if a technique touched you, it was automatically a point. I don't want to hear. I don't care if you did block it. It's a point because you're gonna have a judge in there who's not there for what you're thinking. That passion is not gonna be the same.
They don't see the things the same way.
You know, judges not. They don't. Most judges don't get paid. They ain't there to cheat
Say
on
it again.
you. They don't get paid.
No,
they don't
no.
get paid, and they're not there to cheat on you.
No.
I'm there to be fair. Hopefully, most are there to be fair, and because they love karate and want to see a good fight
or a good form, good weapon. However,
not me. I don't do forms and weapons.
Well,
I did
it again yesterday at your ring.
So anytime I hear it, and one of my kids, they do a lot of videoing. If I hear something that was wrong, I go right back to their ass, and they know it because they know I do not play. I face to face with my students.
Stern. That's the discipline.
Now, what if you hear the parents talking about judges bad?
We done got on them two tournaments because it's about 3 weekends ago. One of my parents was saying it, and Jamon got right in their ass, and I was like, I'm glad you did because you said it in a nicer way. I get tired of hearing that. So.
And wait, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly the details of what you're saying. One of your parents said the judging was bad. Is that what you're referring to?
Okay. They cheating, and I couldn't get over there to him fast enough, and Jamon got on him, and that made it better because he didn't want to hit the way I wanted to hit.
Right. Understood. Yes, sir.
Because the same way you walked in that front door, you can go out of it.
Indeed. Because there's no. I understand that. You certain things you just don't do, and you don't say someone cheated you. You didn't adjust. You didn't make the changes, and things happen. And judges
don't put that in your child's head.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
I love that. I love that's I love how you put it.
Yes, sir. I love it
because kids have to get it from somewhere.
Right.
They have to get it from somewhere.
It's a learned behavior.
So when they go to the tournament, they're expected to get what? Cheated on. That's not what you go to tournaments for. You go to
I didn't
tournament
win
to compete.
See, I didn't win because they didn't call my points.
He didn't see me kick him at the end. And then Mr. Fowler should ask you, well, what about all the rest of the points they scored? Because it wasn't 1-0.
Well, what you thought the score should have been?
I know I don't got points that I probably should have gotten. People know I hit people with that. So they give it to me. I'll be like, damn, I didn't get that point.
Right. I'm not giving it back.
I'm not giving it back.
I'm not giving it back.
Yes, that's like when you pay for a seminar in private. If you got something going on, then it's no refunds. Who gave your money back at a tournament?
Shit, that karate tournaments don't get that back. I told you, all sales is final.
They take your money to compete, and you judge and work for free. They'll give you somebody will give you a ham and bologna sandwich.
I get away hot dogs yesterday.
You know, my only, I was glad didn't nobody get hurt. That was my first thing. Did nobody get hurt?
Arrested.
And I travel with 20 to 30 people deep. That's not even including the spectators. So when we go somewhere, we're going to have a good time and compete. Not for that craziness. Will I ever go again? Hell no. I would never go back.
Yes, sir.
I would never go back. You couldn't.
Never. Let me ask you this: if Mr. Eubanks, because we know who we are talking about now, if he was to sincerely somehow talk to you, apologize, make it a better effort to where you felt it was sincere, is there any way that this can be fixed, can be healed?
It's not only me. I had 20 people with me, competitors.
Kids being called names like that at the event, like.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't only me.
Yes, sir.
This woman.
It's not just personal. It affected people connected to you, your family.
You know, I have 2 doctors that travel with me, and I'm blessed to have 2 doctors to travel with my team. 1 or 2, sometimes it may be 3 in the building. But this past weekend, we had 1, and they did not have medical stuff there. When I got sick, some lady that was a nurse came up. So that just show you with 1,000 competitors at your tournament, and you don't
No
have
medic?
no medic. My guy was gonna have to, he was the medic. He was only trained person there, other than this lady that came out to help me. So I'm blessed, and I don't think no other karate team can say that. I got 2 doctors that travel with me, and that's a blessing. So the blessing that I had last weekend, that the nurse and my doctor was with me, and that was my wife. My wife
Thank
not
God. Well, thank God that there was someone there in general to help you, and to help anyone that would have went through something serious. He's been having this tournament for a while, so
16 years.
How long?
16 years.
16.
I can't understand why he didn't have a real medic with proper
tournament
tournament
competitors. Like you made that, you made the amount to be to cover a medic. Shit.
Somebody was gonna have a bloody nose. 1,000 people. I know somebody in there had a bloody nose or a
they went down there to fight.
So yes, why was there no real medic? I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just asking questions, trying to understand.
This sounds like this shit may have been went on in the barn.
The backyard boogie.
Well, I won't be back at that barn. You believe that?
Texas and Kentucky is not too far behind each other as far as the way the fighting, the hardness in the South. I'm not saying what they did was right. I'm not saying any of that would ever happen here in Texas. But in general, I'm saying, where was the medic? And this happened.
Well, for one, I have to look at Thomas Wright different. I have to look at Marty different. And I know Marty. I know Marty very, very well. And
and so not only that, Willie, we have run-ins with Thomas Wright all the time. We just ignore him because he's stupid as hell. So we just ignore it. But him being
I don't know him very well.
Intoxicated, you're
always or sometimes or not, just
well, I'm gonna say this. I was over there coaching one of my girls, and she was like, "What happened last night?" I said, "It was this referee over there that was intoxicated." She said, "Thomas Wright." I didn't even say no name. So yes, he be at competition drunk.
You smell like
no, I'm never.
On yourself.
I've had a drink at dinner, or I've had a drink before when I was eating or something before, but I'm not drunk. I don't.
He was agitated too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess.
But it's wrong. Shit. Scrap up. He used to fight. Scrap up.
That's how I know who he is.
That's what's so crazy, and to hear that, like, and to let, like, with Marty, it hurt me to even know, like, one, you had to justify to everybody that it was your event. That's one thing. And then what really bothered me is to hear you, black belt excellence is what we teaching. Self-respect, self-control. You're in a woman's face. Like, yeah, you're in a woman's face. And then, like you said, how would you feel if this was your parent at somebody's event and she getting checked by the promoter like that? You're gonna have something to say. You're gonna be ready to do something, and then you can't be shocked if the husband came and grabbed your ass. You should be happy and blessed that that's all he done was grab you.
Wow, I'm glad that you guys made it out of there safe,
and I'm glad that everybody made it out that night safe. No arrests, like you said, no hurt, no death.
Got hurt.
Yeah, you got weapons and shit in this tournament.
Now, I have another question. You said you went back Saturday for your underbelts
for the rest of the kids to compete. Trey and Jamon ended up competing. Jamon won grands, and Trey won his division. He made it kind of far down for grands, but he ended up losing. Yes, we went back, and that's when that apology was said.
Okay, I'm connecting the dots now. Okay, I got you.
But
understood.
Like you said,
was the judging the same? Was
well, Thomas Wright was judging in my nephew's ring, but
he was drunk still.
No, he was sober. He was sitting across me. He was sitting across me for breakfast. He had enough coffee.
Oh yeah, he ate good and got some good sleep, and he took a shower.
Yeah.
It wasn't time yet.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, some of the somebody said Thomas Wright over there. I said he's fine.
Did he come back and apologize to you?
Huh? They all tried to apologize in a way when we were leaving, but Thomas never came to. I'm glad he didn't.
Did Marty go back to that lady and apologize?
Yeah, me and him sit down and talk. But what I'm saying, Willie, is it was more than me.
That means he never went back to her. He said, "I'm not the only one."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it really would have been sincere for Marty to go back to that woman. Also, if you're apologizing to me, I really need you to first apologize to her.
Well, first of all, they wanted to try to trick me to get my parent back in, so they can have him locked up. I'm not stupid. He was far gone he was gone then.
Oh, it was a setup. They wanted to.
He had came back in to watch his daughter compete, and someone came to me, nice enough to come to me and say, "Hey, Marcel, just tell the guy to leave because they want to press charges on him." That was one of Marty's guys. So after we were leaving out, everybody was trying to, they bullshit us apology. We sorry, it was just all in the game, a fun, a fight. No, it wasn't. He came to me, he talked to me, he was like, well, we want to talk to your parent, to get him to come back in so nobody won't press charges. I said, man, he been gone. I'm not stupid. They wanted him to come back in so they can press charges and have him locked up. My parent had been gone.
Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't. That's we're learning more and more as we go along.
That's what I say before you open your mouth as a journalist or somebody, don't get it out the horse's ass. Get it out the direct person, cause you make everything shitty when you get it out the horse's ass.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And you smell like shit.
Whatever.
For me?
No.
Oh.
You must smell like shit. Because I was talking about him. He said the person gets it out the horse's ass. And then I said it makes it,
well, I know you like to say shit about me stinking.
Because so you do.
I was in my prayer mode right there. Like,
no, you were stuck.
I am.
Hey, I know y'all probably got some more stuff to talk about. And I enjoy having y'all having me on y'all
Thank
show.
you.
When your event?
Tell us about your event before you go.
My event, July the 9th, giving away $3,500 in black belt cash and prizes. So put
I hear that cash. He didn't say he gonna write y'all no check. He giving
no
cash.
No checks. My sponsor already came through. $3,500 cash.
And you're having men's teams. Tell us your divisions. Tell us.
You got farms. You got women's grands. It's a way that you're going to get to that grand. It's an open weight. Everybody's going to sort of get like first place money for your 40, your 30, your 18 to 29. Then you move up each slot. It's more money till you get to that $1,000.
Single elimination, double elimination?
Double elimination for fighting.
And you have open weight also, or just point? Grands?
Open weight. There's going to be
or they go
open weight. Open weight, it is single elimination. Then I have King of the Ring also. King of the Ring, it's just like in the school, you fight twice. You have to fight. The King of the Ring is the last man standing. And you'll get put in that bracket. Then each person that wins their division keeps going up the ladder, and you get more money till you get to the grand champion money.
Indeed. I want you to know, I've been training this week, just this week.
I need you to train more. You know I talked to you about. I need you.
Yes, sir, you did. And honestly, I've had a few, as far as people that's close to me like you, but the kids, the girls and the boys that have done and given me every and all that I've asked for, that I've been coaching the last few weeks.
It's time to show them.
They wanted to see me. Miss Regina, it'd be nice to see you fight now that we know you and we work with you. I want to see you fight a tournament. And it was great. I felt good. I'm ready to get in there and just do it as I want as of right now. But
all right.
It sounds good.
July the 9th, $3,500. Bailey Murphy will be doing my seminar. He'll be in the building. I think his team will be in the building also. So we're going to do it up.
All right.
That's it.
A big shout out. Thank you, myself, for coming on.
Thank you, sir. No and if you get more video or you want to ever, for any reason, come back on, please.
No problem. I thank y'all for having me. And everybody know where they can find me at.
Where? Hey. Deuce up, A down.
Hey, ATL.
Love y'all.
Love you too, brother.
Appreciate it.
You have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. We're gonna get ready.
Yeah, we're gonna end on. We're gonna go into our quotes. I'm just, in heartbroken mode, man, that it even got like this or got to this point.
That's right.
At a tournament. I was just a big fucking event. 1,000 people. Competitors.
And it's still technically pandemic mode for that many people. I don't even know where it was, a convention center, a hotel, a room, in a parking lot. I'm just saying 1,000 people during the pandemic is a lot of people.
And that's just on the competitor level. That's not even the spectator, the 1 or 2 parent that come in. It's like, whoa.
Okay. Wow. That was good. That's a hell of a lot of people.
Yeah. Well,
maybe that's why he felt like he had to put on a show or make sure all of The people there knew who he was.
I tell you what, if I come to your fucking event and you need to say that, you tell me before we even get there, so I know not to even come fuck with your shit, and none of my people gonna come fuck with it, because everybody know it's your event. Everybody know that you'll do what you want. Like,
some people don't know what you look like.
They
may know the name and know the name associated with the tournament, but that doesn't mean they know what you look like. I just went through that in the last few weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you I know the tournament, I know the name, but point that person out to me or show me who they are, because I can't identify with them, and that's just because I've experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I'm saying that. I'm not saying what he did was right or judging or agreeing with anything
at all.
I'm just saying, in a search, if I put myself in his situation, I would announce myself, or I asked to have someone be announced to me by you whose tournament is associated with this name, that person. I understand. There it is, and there we go. Hopefully, it was something as simple as that, but it just got out of hand.
It did, and that's the thing. It escalated.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I hope one day that this can heal.
Me too.
We all
they've
get
been knowing
angry
each other since
a long
1979.
Like, indeed, and they're both legends. They've both put in their own work and done their own thing on different paths. But it doesn't mean they can't heal and fix things. And I'm just hoping one day, possibly, that it can happen. And if Mr. Eubanks wants to come on the show and give his side of the story on what happened, or someone else associated with this story, all you can give me is your proof and your opinion. And tell me what happened, and I don't want anything extra.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what I heard. Never mind. You don't need to be on.
Okay, if you want to, send it to us. Do whatever you need to do.
What I saw,
but let's get the story out there. Isn't that what he said?
That's it.
The truth.
The truth from the horse's mouth. All right, Mimi. I know you got your quote.
I do.
I couldn't even look up nothing. Well, I'm just. He's silly. I'm just like, we're going to bow our heads and pray out.
Absolutely. We all need Jesus and the holy oil.
Without a doubt.
My quote has to do, I missed last week. And then we've went to 3 tournaments in a row. And each tournament has gotten better and better and better and stimulated me even more and more and more because of the kids, the love, the passion, the excitement. And I gave them all of me, and they gave me all of them.
For sure.
Win, lose, or draw. When we start this process, it's not about winning. It's about accepting the process and going with the process. And when you win, you win. You lose, but you learn from it regardless to what happens. And this quote that I found last night, or this morning, actually, being honest, it says, believing in yourself is the first secret to success.
Say it again.
Believing in yourself is the first secret to success. I would not believe in you if it was not wanted, if it was not worthy, if it was not purposeful. I'm not going to sell you a dream, because me lying to you, cheating for you, calling your points, is not going to help you get better. It's going to eventually get you to a point to where you're going to meet someone that is going to be able to take you down or defeat you. And I can't explain that. So what I'm going to do is I want to help you believe in yourself. I want to help you get better. I want to help you understand. So one last time, believing in yourself is the first secret to success.
I'm crying. Hold on. Let me wipe my eyes. Read that one too. This the title for y'all for the day. I'm going to tell you what the title is.
I was up reading last night, so I have a second one. It's not a quote. It was actually a saying. I was reading something with a friend, and when we were reading it and I heard it, it was like, wow. Not only is that meaningful in certain karate or what I experienced at the tournament or in karate, but in general, it's in life. Don't let your mouth override your capabilities.
In raw term, that means don't let your mouth write a check that your ass cannot cash. That's in raw term. But Mimi give it to you guys in that good book term.
That's how I heard it the first time. I heard what you said the very first time when I was younger. This came to me last night or this morning.
Read it again for them.
Don't let your mouth override. Override your capabilities. Don't let your mouth override your capabilities. If you know you can't do something and you don't want to try to do something, please don't talk like you can't do it. Don't act like you can't do it. If you want to do it, back it up and do it. Show me. Prove to me.
We definitely come from a culture of show me.
Absolutely.
And that's all he's used to tell you. You can tell him you training 7 times a day. He gonna look like show
if
me.
you a red belt, show me your certificate.
That's it. Show me one of your
I don't believe in honorary belts.
Me neither. I never received none.
I've never gotten an honorary karate belt in my life.
I can't.
I didn't even know they existed. But
me neither. But you know, I told you I've been to a few grocery stores and like HEB had a karate belt machine inside of there, and they were selling them black belts for $5.99, and you know other belts you can get, and you never get a certificate though. So I've seen some kind of. I see people standing around looking at the machine. I just hope they don't get anything. But let me tell you what my quote is from the Reverend.
Let the church bow your head.
They better. They really better hold on to God, especially when they're making some of the decisions they're making. Struggling will teach you what you don't want to return to and helps you appreciate what you achieved. I like that. Indeed. Struggling will teach you what you don't want to return to. Wow. And helps you appreciate what you achieved.
Indeed.
I've achieved a lot this weekend.
I did.
If you don't think I can break you, bring your sensitive side out, you try me.
I don't want to break them. I just want them to know when you tell me or say something about yourself, I'm actually wanting to see it and make sure you're telling me the right thing.
But I'll start talking to you and you may open up and flip like a Gemini. Be worrying about that Gemini.
I don't know. You Geminis.
I am. You should love a Gemini.
I love you.
I know you do. You love Tasha too.
Indeed. I love Juanita. She's one. I love J-Dog. He's one.
Mike. Who love those. Those are new.
He's so silly.
He's a Gemini.
Okay.
I never craved peace like I do now. I don't want to wake up bothered, angry, bitter, no negative energy or thoughts. I just want to be happy at the peace with everything.
Indeed.
And I've been feeling that a lot too.
Okay, that's a good one. Read it one more time for the good time.
The good time. I never craved peace like I do now. I crave peace like crazy. I promise y'all I do.
Michigan playing today.
Against Duke.
Yes.
That's a number.
Houston won for the third time.
Juwan Howard. You make everybody stand
16.
up. Juwan Howard, you make everybody stand up. Them people who had something to throw at your glass house. He can stand up,
but keep your hand to yourself.
The people that threw something at your glass house because you had a moment like I did. Don't worry. See? That's why they know you from Michigan, because you had a moment.
Listen. He had a moment. He had a moment.
He did.
And that moment got him what he got him.
And he returned and what?
Last night they beat North Carolina.
UNC?
I'm
Tar
sorry.
Heels?
Yes, University of North Carolina, Tar Heels, the blue
Jordan
people.
squad.
Them people jumping in the
Michigan.
When?
Wolverines.
What do you mean? They defeated them.
I told you I'm in their head.
No, you're not. You're outside. I'm trying to understand so you can get in my head.
Michigan Wolverines.
They defeated
Tar Heels.
Yes, correct. And after the I was gonna say fight. After the basketball game, North Carolina was crying. Understandable, because I've cried a lot when I've lost. And he came over and consoled them, held them, hugged them, talked, prayed, whatever they did. But it was
Who is he?
Juwan Howard. I'm sorry.
Really?
Michigan. His coach. That coach.
Really? Wow.
Yes, sir.
So to have a moment and to to show people who you really are.
His actions. He made a mistake. Yes, he shouldn't have put his hands on that guy.
Me too.
He did. That was the first time he had done it. He hadn't done it in his past. Everyone, and from what I've ever known, he was a good guy. Everybody said he was a upstanding guy. He made a mistake like you did in Atlanta last year.
But I can't say the same.
But this time, he came and he showed you what he'd done in his previous history.
For sure.
He didn't continue to use and be negative.
Nor let that be something that made him start to act like that more on a rep.
Right. He didn't let that dictate him and define him, who he was. He slipped up. Maybe he didn't have his Starbucks coffee. Maybe the timeout really bothered him. Whatever the reason was, like you, he shouldn't have put his hands on that man.
So what was he doing there?
Who was doing that? Oh, you. What were you doing there? That's your question, not him. He was there because he was coaching.
That's it. For sure, he was. And he was definitely there. And once again, you have a coach who treat his kids like their own. So
anytime you go to war together, you're family.
Yeah.
In any type of war, team, family, going to school and you're doing something, anything that you put your heart and effort into and you do it with someone else, you should do it entirely, wholly. Build on it. Not everybody are compatible and vibe, but in general, if you really 100, you have no problems.
All right.
You can make it happen. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I want to watch some basketball.
We got to watch some college basketball. And Mimi's taking all bets. So if you got her on Facebook, hit her up on Facebook.
Hit me up.
Make sure you send your funds.
Because I'm taking everybody down.
Because Houston's not making it where. So
they are.
You guys have a blessed week.
Michigan.
Oh Lord. You see how you got. We got to pray for you today. You guys have a blessed week.
Love y'all.
Y'all stay safe. Can't wait to see some of you guys. Like I said, be prepared for the next show. We got another person coming in on the next one. All right, peace out. This is the Raw, the Willie, the Lump, the Mimi's show.
Retard.
No, this is Mimi and Raw. Mimi, Lump, and Raw. Y'all heard it first here. Peace out.